What is up, guys? Back with another tier list video. Gotta bear with me because this is going to be a little bit of a different site, so we gotta bear with me on this one. I don't know where like the last site I was using for my previous tier list went, but I could not find it, so we have to make compromises, so bear with me. This is going to be a console, a strictly console, something new I'm going to be doing for the rest of the future. Before, I've been kind of incorporating PC and console into like one tier list. For now on, I'm just going to be doing strictly console tier list. So if you want a PC tier list, then you guys can go look elsewhere, but this is going to be for console only. This is going to be for Street Style patch or the 2.4 update patch. I'm going to get right into this. If you guys want more videos like this in the future, let me know by leaving a like and commenting. If there's something you don't agree on, let me know in the comment section down below. 100% opinionated tier list. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And if you want more like this in the future, subscribe. It really helps me out. Start with Androxus. I think Androxus is going to be a solid S for 2.4. At least, this, like I said, is going to be a strictly console tier list. I think Androxus is going to be solid S. He's definitely not where he used to be because of the nerfs to Abyssal Touch, but I think with the Koga nerfs and the Zin nerfs being probably two of the top flanks right now on console, those getting huge, like super huge nerfs, I think Androxus is probably going to be one of your go-to flanks. Apart from like Talus or Sky, which both usually end up getting banned on console ranked most games. So if you want like a top flank, I think Androxus is probably going to be that flank for you. I think we have Atlas as well. Atlas is not even in the pictures for some reason. I know I could not find a site that had Atlas actually in like the tier list pictures. But if I had to choose, I'd actually put Atlas as probably like a solid A. There's just nothing about Atlas that makes him better than Ashe or like any of the other tanks. He's super underwhelming. His abilities have such a delay. I don't know. His ult is super underwhelming unless you use it to set up like a double ult combo with something. I don't know, maybe like a Genos ult or something like that. I'm not quite sure. But if I were to choose, I'd probably put Atlas at an A. He's just not that great. The only thing that he's really good at is he can get decent damage if you get like headshots or you charge full shots. But apart from that, he's only doing like relatively okay chip damage. His wind up and his charge on his main fire is way too slow. His movement speed is way too slow. Like I said, there's just no reason to pick him over like an Ashe or anything. And his shield is easy counterable. All you have to do is like legit walk behind his shield, and it's on like a 25-second cooldown. I don't know. He's just not that good, but I'd put him at an A. But he's not on the pictures, so I just want to say him visually or verbally, because I know it's going to be somebody that's going to ask. Ashe, I'm going to put Ashe at a solid. I want to put her at an SS because she's probably still going to be one of the best tanks in the game. I'm probably going to put her at an SS. She's so damn good. Creating space. Her ult's insanely great. She did get a bit of a health nerf. Do I see that really doing anything to her? Not really. Going to put her at an SS. One of the best like aggressive tanks in the game. Barrack. I'm going to put Barrack at an S+. He's a great point tank. If you want a solid point tank that can just sit on the point and do really good damage, that's what you're getting with Barrack. Bomb King on console. On console, Bomb King really isn't that good. I'd probably put Bomb King on console at probably like an A. I'm not saying Bomb King is bad at it by any means, but just on console, like nobody can play him to like its max effectiveness. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not bad by any means, just like nobody on console that can play him. You have to have good aim. He just gets destroyed by hit scan. By the time you like land 3 bombs on console and get like a kill, you're pretty much almost dead most times, unless you're insanely good. If you're insanely good Bomb King, then by all means play him. But if you're just looking for something like a decent damage on console, he's just not as good, in my opinion. Buck, I'm gonna put Buck at an A-. He's not really that good. He's good early game. He just has so much damage fall off. You have to get so close to your opponents to do decent damage, and it's so risky. There's more risk involved than there is reward with Buck. I think if they want to buff Buck, they need to give him either give him 2 more ammo pellets in his shotgun, or they need to decrease his fall off damage. to make him decent. Cassie, I'm gonna put Cassie at an S. People are probably gonna disagree with me on this, but I think Cassie on console is super underrated. There's not really, if you can play console Cassie and you can play her like very effectively, which I can. I've been practicing Cassie a good 2 months now. I think I'm at the point where I can pretty much almost master her. She takes aim. She takes a lot more skill than she does on PC than on console. Or on PC, that console's she's a lot harder to play on. But if you can play her, she's insanely good. She can just destroy tanks. She never gets picked in ranked, so if you want like a very good damage dealer and you're really good with her in ranked, she's never banned. She's never picked most times, most games. So really good choice if you can play her good. I suggest if you want a really good champion to actually practice on console. That's really underrated. I think Cassie's a perfect champion for that. Dredge, I'm gonna put Dredge at a B. Dredge is probably the worst blaster in the game ever since they nerfed Scuttle, and took out Shortcut from his deck, and got rid of Heave Away. Dredge has not been the same. He is the worst blaster in the game, and probably one of the worst damage dealers in the game, at least for console. No reason of choosing him, and if you do have to choose him, and you want to run Scuttle for some reason, Scuttle's pretty much useless unless you run Deft Hands, so you're forced to run Deft Hands if you want to use your Scuttle now, which is just fucking sucks. I think Hurl is probably his best ability, and even that sucks. It really does. If you want a blaster, you're better off just even choosing like Drogos, even Bomb King over Dredge. The only thing Dredge has over Bomb King is a little bit more point pressure with Scuttle, or not Scuttle, Broadside. That's it. He's garbage. Don't choose him. Drogos, I'll put Drogos at a solid A+. He just kind of gets destroyed by hit scan, but if you can play him well on certain maps, he can do very good. Eevee, another one of those champions that I probably put S. You can't really. She's super difficult to play on console, but if you can play her effectively on console, she can just destroy teams. She has her own self-sustain. One of the best flanks in the game if you can play her, but the problem is console. It's really hard to play her on console. But if you can, I'd say she's a solid S. I do know a few Eevee mates that can play insane Eevee, and man, do they fucking destroy teams. What else? Fernando. I'd say Fernando's solid S. He's a decent point tank. I keep him at an S. Hot Pursuit, having a 10-second internal cooldown fucking sucks. I'd say he's an okay point tank if you want something. He's never really banned or never really picked, but if you want him, he's a solid option. Furia, as for a healer, I'd put Furia at a... I don't know, I'd probably put her at an S+, because I think she's one of the best healers in the game right now. Alongside probably like Grover, at least on console. She's definitely on probably like S+ on console. Grok, I put Grok at an S or an A+. Not the best healer in the game, but he's a lot more versatile. You can use him as a damage. He puts out decent healing numbers if you can use him well. He's an alt. Grover, I'd probably put Grover at an S+ on console. He's still really good. Imani, a projectile-based champion. I'd probably put Imani at an A+. If you want to, she has some maps and rank that are she's probably the best on. I'd say Serpent Beach and Jaguar Falls. Stonekeeper, probably her two best maps in the game, along with I think Splitstone Quarry. So if you want to pick her up on one of those maps, I think she's a pretty good solid pick. If like a lot of other stuff is picked or banned, her ult's pretty much useless towards the end of the game. You're lucky if you get like one kill with the ult, but her ult is also a good confirm, like a push confirm ult. You can use it towards the end of your point fight if you're about to like push the payload into the goal, and you can pretty much just sit by the point and just hope it goes in. Or just spawn camp. That's pretty much what you can do with her ult towards like the end of a payload push. That's the only thing she really has going for her. Apart from that, I mean, decent damage. Fire stance is really weak. I mean, if you're going to be using her, you're going to be using her as just splitting ice build, mainly. Inara, I'd say she's an SS. Probably the best point tank in the game, even for console. Not going to say much. Genos, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I honestly fucking hate Genos. But I think Genos right now is probably one of the top like utility supports in the game, even for PC and console. I'm going to put Genos at a solid S. Genos as a solo healer, do not do it. I fucking hate Genos as a solo healer. Don't ever use Genos as a solo healer, but as like an off healer utility. If you already have like a main healer like a Grover or a Furia, Luminary Genos is absolutely insane. You stack that with like a Tyra or like any type of good damage dealer or like an aggressive off tank, you're gonna be having a huge advantage over the other team, especially if they have no type of damage amp. I'd say he's really good with Luminary. Luminary is probably his best talent right now as well. No reason to choose any other talent unless you want to throw the game. Khan, I'll leave a Khan at a solid S+. Not going to say too much about him. Kinessa, I'll put it at A+. A+, Kinessa. Not going to talk too much about her. Koga. Before I probably could put Koga either at S+. I think I had a S for my last tier list. I'm going to put him down to an A. I mean, I'm actually going to put him down to an A-. I just don't see him being that good, honestly. I think he's even worse than Bomb King. That's something really hard to say. Koga right now, with the nerf to agility, makes Dragon Fangs completely useless. He has no speed. He can't chase down kills. He has no more reliable escape unless you use like your shadow step, which I'd rather. Most times you're going to be using. I don't know. I'm a lot more used to using agility than shadow step. He lost one of his reliable ways to escape fights and hunt down his kills with the speed nerf on agility. Dragon Fangs is almost useless now. He has two useless. Blood Reaper is completely useless, and now Dragon Fangs is 100% useless. I'd say Adrenaline Junkie is probably like very average. It's not like an overpowered talent. It's probably his only good talent that you're going to be using. If you're going to be using Koga on any team, if you still want to use Koga after this, you're going to be using like some type of like SMG build. I don't know, SMG Shadow Step build is like his only build that he can probably even find success with anymore. No reason to choosing Koga over like an Androxus or anything like that, or even a Maeve, or Eevee if you can play Eevee. Not many people really can on console though. Lex, I'm gonna put Lex in an S+ or an A-. Not really much special about Lex, to be honest. Leon, S+, one of the best damage dealers in the game on console. If you want a solid damage dealer that's going to win you games, you pick Leon at a first or second pick. Maeve, I'm gonna put Maeve in an S, at a solid S. I think if you want a flank right now, after Xin and Koga being nerfed, which were the top, like two of the top like flanks in the game for console, those two being nerfed, and you have Talus, which usually gets banned in most ranked games, and you have Sky, which is also banned out in most ranked games. I think if you want a solid flank, you're going to either be picking Androxus or Maeve. I'm actually kind of happy about this, to be honest, because now I can at least pick up Maeve a lot more and do a lot better with Maeve, because there was no reason to really pick Maeve over Koga, but now Koga's a lot worse than Maeve, so I think Maeve right now, especially with her buffs, he's getting a buff to one of her cards and a 1 second added duration to her prowl, I think. I see Maeve doing really good. I can actually see her, if they give her like 1 or 2 more buffs, I can see her actually being meta and slowly being pushed into the meta. I think the only thing she's really lacking is damage, and I think she needs a little bit more damage on her pounce and her daggers. Buff her daggers to 420, buff her pounce up to 500 or 600 or 550, something around there. I think she'll be in a good spot. Bakoa, gonna put it at S+, solid tank, even on console. Meldom, I'm gonna put it at A+. A bit worse, he's a bit hard to hit, like, he's a hit scan, right? So he's a bit harder to hit heals with on console, but I think he's still a good healer, so I'm gonna put him at A+. Moji, going to put Moji at a D. Even with the buff, I think Moji right now, her damage is absolutely broken. Everything else about her is fucking sucks. She's still super easy to deal with. They just need to nerf her damage. I'm sick of getting like one-shotted from like half HP with like a fucking Moji 1000 damage tick or explosion. Nerf her damage. Pip, I'm gonna put Pip, actually he's probably one of the best blasters on console in my opinion. I'm gonna put Pip at a solid S. If you want a solid blaster, like an off utility, like damage type self-sustaining healer, that's going to be doing damage with Catalyst. I think Pip's really good. Ruckus, gonna put him at an A+. He's an okay off tank. As a main tank, he's garbage. Saris, I'm gonna put Saris in S. Probably one of the most solid healers on console as well. If you want a solid healer, pick Saris. Shaolin, I'm gonna put Shaolin at an A+. You don't see him very much, but if you pair him with like a Genos, even by himself, if you can play Shaolin very well, he can do a shitload of damage. The only thing I really don't like about Shaolin is he gets, like, most of his kit gets countered by Illuminate, so you have like one person that stacks like even Illuminate 1. You're easily checked by most people. Sky on console's kind of insane. I'm gonna put Sky at a solid S. I think she's still very, very good, even with Illuminate on console. The only issue is that if you have like 2 or more people stacking Illuminate, then she kind of becomes like pretty much irrelevant. But as long as you have like only like 1 or 2 people with Illuminate, then she can still do her job decently well. Even with the nerf to her Poison Bolt talent, which is probably her best talent, I think she's still not going to really go anywhere, at least for console. Strix, going to put Strix at an A+, kind of self-explanatory. Talus, probably the best flank for console in the game, which ends up usually getting banned most straight games anyways. But if he's somehow not banned, you pick up Talus every ranked game and you fucking destroy a team. I think, honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I think Talus needs some type of nerf in these next couple patches. He has so many cards that are fucking broken in his loadouts. I think he has, I don't know, he has like so many fucking cards. I don't know, they need to nerf him somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but he's fucking insane, at least on console. I would not be mad if they nerfed him because he's fucking overpowered. Terminus, I'm gonna put Terminus at a, I'll probably put him at an S. I think he's a lot better on console than he is on PC, even with all the bugs. Torvald, I'm putting him at an SS, because if you have a Torvald, he just gets shut down a lot late game, but if you have a Torvald on your team anyways, more than likely you're gonna be like almost sweeping, or you're gonna be like at a 3-1 or like a 3-2 most games, and by that point you're almost won the game, and it doesn't really matter because Torvald's that damn good, and you pocket that with like something like a Talus or like some type of damage dealer, even like a Leon or like a Cassie or something like that. I think that'd be a really good pair. Tyra, I'm gonna put Tyra in an S+. She has so much utility. She has 3 viable talents, great loadout cards. She's a lot better on console than she is on PC, in my opinion. Hunter's Mark or Hunting Party, probably her best talent right now, along with Burn Monster. Overall solid. If you want a solid damage dealer, you either pick Leon or Tyra. Victor, I'm gonna put Victor at an S. He's a lot better on console than he is on PC. He's just solid. There's nothing that makes him special. He just stands and puts out damage. Nothing really makes him special. He has nothing really bad about him, yet he's not really overpowered. Just super solid. Vivian, I'm gonna put Vivian at an S+. She's banned most of your ranked games anyways, but if you can somehow get her, you choose her over any of these other ones. Insanely good. If you do not deal with her, she just stands and legit just pours out tons and tons of damage. Willow sucks. Gonna put Willow down at an A-. No reason to use Willow whatsoever, unless you're like a god tier Willow player. Even then. Ying, I'm gonna put Ying in an A. No reason to pick Ying over any of the other healers above. Xin, I think I'm gonna put Xin. I don't know, I think I'm gonna put Xin honestly at a B. Xin this fucking sucks. He honestly just fucking sucks. What made Xin so good was his ability to escape with Willow, get a heal, and then be able to hop back into combat. And now that they're nerfing his duration on his Billow, even with max speed, if you run like max speed in his loadout, even on like the PTS, he's just not as good. He just does not have that reliable escape as he once was. Yeah, you can make a Whirl build, but does Whirl really like justify them taking like all of his what made him good away? No reason to play Xin. If you're playing Xin, then you have to be an absolute god tier player at him. There's no reason to choose him over any of the other flanks in the above tiers. I don't know why these are even down here, but we're pretty much done. I think the only one that is not added here is Atlas, which I talked about. I put him in an A. there's any questions or anything you want to know about, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, this tier list, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.